I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
It's got everything to do with that little girl.
Steve, what's the last game you completed?
The last game I completed would have been The Last of Us before, like halfway through The Last of Us 2 now.
Oh, fuck. Steve, tell me, man, how is The Last of Us?
Okay.
The first game.
Oh, the first game?
Yeah.
It's a 10 on 10 masterpiece. One of my favorite games of all time. And I will go on the record saying it's one of the best games of all time. And so far, I'm loving the second one. I think in terms of the gameplay, it's so much better. It's harder. The AI kind of makes you do things that you wouldn't have to do in the first game, and you kind of have to think on your feet, move around, because if they catch you, you're absolutely dead. The voice acting and the performances by the actors are absolutely incredible. I'm not going to give away any plot points here. I will just say that I'm about halfway through it, and I'm on track to like it at least just as much as the original game.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember when you'd finished The Last of Us 1 before giving it to me, you just said, this is perhaps the greatest game I've ever played.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're full of shit, Steve. Oh, you big smelly Mark. What are you talking about? Then I played it and I was like, holy shit, you were right. This is arguably the greatest game ever made.
Yeah.
It's like, because I'm trying to think of reasons to not have it, because that's the default, because it was incredible. Like, I've never cared so much about characters in a video game.
Yeah.
Like with Joel and Ellie. And like, because it's not a new story. It's like, two people trek across America so they can go cure a zombie virus. And like, zombies at this stage in the game, or 7 years ago, still was at the tail end of the zombie craze. So it's not a new thing, even though it's clickers. It's technically not zombies, but it's it's zombies.
They are zombies. Mushroom zombies.
Yeah. Like, there's only one or two bits where I'd maybe think that they went a little too far and melodramatic. It's right before you get on a horse and they have a, like, Joel and Ellie have a fight. There's a bit of a horseback section. Hey, no, it's incredible.
Not her,
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel, but I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
It's amazing. Gustavo Santaolalla.
Oh, the soundtrack. Oh my god, the soundtrack in the second game is absolutely amazing. But then during the scenes where you're actually playing the game, it ramps up the tension. It's so fucking awesome.
Oh, that's great, man.
The music's incredible.
You motherfucker!
In the first one, I think what I really like is because they pace it so well, because there'll be shootouts, that'll be quite high tension, then they have some storyline bits, and then exploration where you go around and you're chatting, and you get to spend lots of time with Joel and Ellie, and since it's a devastated world, she'd ask questions about what was life like beforehand, before the zombie apocalypse and all that.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful, because she'd just be asking, she'd see a cover of a magazine with some sexy woman on it going, hey, and I was like, look at this emaciated woman. Why is she like that?
Yeah.
Why was that attractive?
Why did girls not eat back in the day?
Yeah. And it's like that's a great way to do social commentary without kind of shoving it down your face as well.
Yeah.
Because you're literally just asking. It's a woman a girl that doesn't know any better asking about it.
Yeah.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt. It's bizarre.
She's such a badass. Oh my god. I really love that she saves herself in it. There's a bit where they get separated, and then there's some kind of diddler guy that wants some action.
Oh, David.
Yeah.
David the cannibal diddler.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's a great like stealth section there. and Joel's coming to get her, coming to save the day, and you think, okay, I'm gonna play as Joel and save the day. It's like, no, he plays Ellie and she gets herself out of this, and it's like, oh fuck yeah.
Let me tell you something. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Stop! Stop!
Fucking touch me!
It's okay. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look. It's me.
Ellie not only saves herself, but she also saves Joel.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Oh
Brilliant.
my god.
10 on 10.
Really, really cool. Question, how did you feel about the ending? Like, of his choice?
So I've played it twice. The first time I played it, I was a single man, and I was just like, Joel, he kind of killed the people who were trying to save the world. It's a bit of a dick move. Yeah, but like now, as a man with a daughter who is the same age as Ellie, I totally get it. You would kill everyone to make sure that your daughter's safe. So from like that point of view, I totally get it. And I don't think Joel is right, because at the end of the day, he didn't give Ellie any choice, but I totally get doing what he did. I think it's a phenomenal ending, and I kind of love how they don't talk about it, and they both kind of know what they did is wrong, and they're just like, okay, I'm just going to leave it at this, you know? Live and let live.
Although you probably killed a few million by now. But it's relative to Joel, like that he can't live without Ellie.
That's the thing, like, Joel is not a good guy. He's not a hero. He's not someone to be loved. Actually, he spends like 85% of the game being an absolute cunt. And it's not until the very end when something kind of clicks and he gets a bit softer. And so, yeah, it's not a game about saving the world. It's not a game about being the good guy. It's just two characters and what they do. Yeah, I fucking love it.
Go and pull the bolt back. Grab it right there. Just tug it. Here you go. And as soon as you fire, you're gonna want to get another round in there quick. Listen to me. If I get into trouble down there, you make every shot count. Yeah.
I got this.
All right.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking about the gameplay of it. One of them is at the start of the game, you're running down and you're trying to save your daughter, and there's an outbreak and you're running down the streets, and there's a path that you have to go down to progress the storyline, and any deviation of you checking out, is this person okay, or how about then this way, you die.
Yeah.
You know, so unless you choose to be selfish, single kind of tunnel vision minded about it, you die. If you hesitate and try to help someone else, you die. And so I thought that was a great storyline met for telling you this is the world that it is. Also, that the gameplay in it is so, like the combat in it is so meaty. Like, it's quite clunky, but it works really well. It's just the weight of you smashing some bandits or some infected's head in. It's incredible. Like, it's, my God.
And I have to say that the second game ramps it up. Like, it's so violent. So I'm the type of guy who, if I'm playing a game and I shoot someone in the head and their head blows up, I go like, yeah, that was fucking awesome. But there's been one or two times in this game where you can kill everybody and then there might be one bad guy left and he knows that he's dead and he'll literally get on his knees and beg. And because The Last of Us is not a game where you choose how you're gonna play it, the game makes you kill this character, and they don't die well. Like, they get bludgeoned. And it's kind of made me go like, oh fuck. I'd say about 2 or 3 times. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, Ellie.
Jesus.
I just want to shout out the choice at the end of it is, okay, you can try save humanity, but they're going to have to open up Ellie's brain, so she's going to die, but the rest of humanity might live because she's got anti-zombie antibodies or whatever. It's very much like Fable 2, where at the end of the game there's a spire and you get a wish basically, so you can either choose for just some money or you can have the entire town, everyone who died since the start of the game, they can live, or we can resurrect your dog who's been with you for the entire journey, your entire adventures, who just died. So I was like,
Yeah.
Give me the dog.
Fucking right.
Yep. And everyone knows about it as well, because you can go back to the town afterwards. It's like, oh, what's this? What have you done? But it's like, yeah,
They're like,
you weren't there with me.
yeah, look at the dog. He's a good boy.
I wouldn't have defeated the bad guys if he wasn't around. So fuck it.
Yeah.
But it's a relative worth. Like 100,000 peasants in Fabletown. That means nothing to me. But my dog, So anyway,
Absolutely. You made the correct choice, Jay. It's not the real world.
yes, that too.
Man, must be hard. Just leaving all your stuff behind like that.
That ain't the hard part.
Oh, do you have anything else on Last of Us 1?
One of the last things I'd say is Naughty Dog are very gifted at getting the most out of what they have. The Last of Us 1, you have to bear in mind that was a PS3 game, and when they brought it back out on PS4, it looked as good as most PS4 games. So they're absolute miracle workers. And it's the same for The Last of Us 2. Like, that's a late PS4 game, but it's quite possibly the most beautiful game I've ever seen. And I would imagine it will go toe to toe with most games from PS5 gen. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like they're fucking wizards.
I'm just thinking about is this the greatest game? Think of reasons why this isn't the greatest game ever made. And the only thing I think of really is that versus a Mario game, because Mario game is all gameplay, no plot. If you took out that 20 seconds at the start where a princess goes, we captured your castle, the game is still 10 on 10.
Yep.
But The Last of Us is more storyline and characters than the gameplay. Like, if you took out the storyline cutscenes and just had the gameplay, it wouldn't be the greatest, It would just be very good.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
So as a medium for games, so it's not like it would do great as a film, and it would. It's signed on to get a TV series.
Yes.
It's signed on to get a TV series. No one's doing that with. Well, you shouldn't do it with Super Mario with soccer.
Well, the fucking movie sucked. Just don't tell that to my wife. She loves that movie.
No way. No fucking way.
Loves it.
Oh my god.
What is it? Ellie! Ellie!
So the other thing that I really loved about The Last of Us is just before the final push of the game that you're in a rundown office block or whatever, and half of the building is gone, and Ellie just runs ahead of you, and he said, "Oh my God, what's that?" and runs, and you're going, "Where are you? What? Geez, don't run so far ahead. It's dangerous. We don't know what's here." And then you see her, and she's actually just marveling at a family of giraffes.
Which she would have
Like a herd.
never seen because she was born after the world went to shit.
Yeah.
And she was blown away.
And, so it was really serene moments, and then a giraffe kind of comes up and starts chewing on some leaves, which allows you to pet her. And the scene goes on for as long as you want. It's like you can stay in this lovely, tranquil moment in this story beat until you end it yourself. And it's like that's really lovely. That was a fantastic moment.
Definitely. What a game. What a fucking game.
Fucking 10 on 10, amazing stuff.
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done. It can't be for nothing.
Man, cheers for that impromptu review of The Last.
Pleasure. I love talking bollocks.
Awesome.
No time to argue!
Ellie! Damn it! Now, you see, I believe that everything happens for a reason.
There are a million ways we should have died before today. in a million ways we can die before tomorrow.
I can buy you some time, but you have to run.
There is no other choice here.
We ain't back in Boston. You lay your hands on me again, it won't end well for you.
I'm scared of ending up alone. What about you?
Well, no matter how hard you try, I guess you can't escape your past.
So you can watch more of V1 on Twitch, twitch.tv/OSW review. Watch him play most weeknights around 8:30 or so.
Yeah, so 8, half 8.
Yes. You can do that at twitch.tv/OSW review. But you can always find that out if you follow Steve on Twitter at
V1_OSW.
Oh me meow. Man, that was awesome. Man, lovely bloody chatting about great thing. Really bad stuff and really great stuff. Full gambit here. So it's a goodbye from V1.
Take a boo.
And myself, Jay Hunter. And remember, a winner is you.
Meow.